In stark contrast to Forbidden Woods, this video's focus is on the optional area Cainhurst Castle, which happens to be one of my favorite locations in the game. After picking up the Cainhurst summons in the upper floor of Yusefka's clinic, return to Hemwick via the Witch's Abode lamp, and backtrack until you reach the crossing where the Hargul hunters are found. Approaching the large marker triggers a cutscene in which a coach from Cainhurst arrives to deliver you to your destination. Unlike the urban districts of Yharnam and the organic nature of the woods, Cainhurst is immaculate in a different sense, taking clear inspiration from Dracula's castle, or perhaps the Castlevania series as a whole. Approach the gate and the castle itself welcomes you, opening the way to the first lamp in the new land. The way to proceed is through the giant doors up ahead, but several enemies stand in the way. These things are officially referred to as blood lickers, and can be difficult to take down. The best course of action is to dodge their jump attack to the right or left, and follow up with a quick R1. They never seem to stagger, and can attack you from nearly any angle. It won't be long before you realize you're better off making a run for it and skipping these troublesome fights. Step through the doors and into the first room of Cainhurst Castle. There are two new enemy types found in this room. First, the Cainhurst Servant, which come in three distinct varieties, those with the cane, blowgun, and rapier. They have very little health, and only the cane variety is found in this room. Soon you should notice the castle spirits joining the fight. These are probably the most common enemy of Cainhurst and come in two varieties themselves, the ones holding knives and the ones holding their own heads. Only the knife variety is found in this room, and you will begin to notice the ghost's biggest weaknesses are their slow movement and limited range. Fast weapons like the Blade of Mercy leave them reeling. After clearing the room, open the chest in the rightmost corner to pick up the Rider Palash, a rapier which transforms into a pistol. Take the stairs up to the right platform and clear the enemies for a bloodstone chunk. Then make your way to the left stairs and through the door into the dining hall. Picking up the 4 quicksilver bullets in the middle of the room triggers the ambush of ghosts, so be ready to dash backwards. On the right side of the room there's a chest containing the noble dress. Step through the doors and out onto the snowy landing. This path will lead you up some stairs and point you toward the last new enemy in Cainhurst, which is officially referred to as the Lost Child of Antiquity, but let's be honest, it's just a gargoyle. These guys are extremely susceptible to backstabs, and while they do have a ranged sound wave attack, their grabs are the only move in their arsenal that deal significant damage. Up the spiral stairs on the left, you can pick up another bloodstone chunk. Then head back down and follow the path into the next room and defeat the first Cainhurst Servant with a rapier. He attacks fast and can inflict a lot of damage if he deals consecutive hits. Hug the right wall as you proceed into the alley through the statues. There are 2 gargoyles on the railing up ahead who jump down and attack you together. Shoot one with a quicksilver bullet to get them separated. Take them out and pick up the Executioner set. Backtrack through the statues and take a right into the central library. Open the chest on the left for the Vile Blood Register, which is a list of the top PvPers in the Vile Blood Covenant. Then make sure you unlock the shortcut elevator which takes you back to the courtyard with the lamp. This is a great time to reset your blood vials and quicksilver bullets if you're short. Back to the top of the elevator. There are several ghosts, but avoid them and run to the opposite side of the room, killing the servant with the blowgun at the top of the bookcase stairs. If you're shot with a blow dart, you get marked with a sign of Cainhurst, and all the ghosts in the room become aggressive and run toward you. So it's best to kill the servant first, even if you're shot in the process. Clear out the ghosts and open the chest in this room for the Evelyn pistol. The chest is blocked by a set of tables, but you can climb the stairs and drop onto the tables to circumvent this problem. Climb the main staircase to the second floor of the library. There are several servants with rapiers, as well as a set with blowguns. These blow darts actually inflict damage rather than attract enemies. Whether that means you should take out the rapier wielders or blowgun users first is up to your playstyle. There's an open window in the corner of the room you're meant to drop out of to proceed, but before doing so, follow the wall to the left and find a bloodstone chunk. There are several landings on the way down from the window you can drop onto to avoid taking fall damage, and once you reach the bottom, several gargoyles will land. After defeating them, step into the building through the open door. This is where you'll encounter the headless ghosts, who do not inflict damage, but their shrieks will paralyze you if you're close enough to them. Clearing this room involves dodging forward for a quick hit, and immediately dodging back out so that you don't get frozen and attacked. Once you've finally killed them all, open the chest for the Executioner's Gloves, which is an arcane item that fires a cloud of blood. There's also another chest in the room that holds the Knight set. But being that the room is a dead end, you'll have to walk back through the door you came in through and to the left to drop onto the landing below. Follow it into the door and pull the lever. This opens a shortcut back to the very first floor of the central library, but also completes a ladder that you must use to proceed, so don't miss this like I did on my first time through. Climbing the ladder places you on the third floor of the central library. Open the chest at the top for a gemstone that increases blood-tinged scaling. Follow the railing around the room to find a scurrying beast, which will probably drop valuable chunks. Climb the stairs and step onto the roof of the library. There's a gargoyle with red eyes found here that is more powerful than the standard variety. Take it out before picking up the knight's wig in the corner, because doing so spawns 2 more gargoyles. The path ahead gets a little tricky. You're meant to drop off of the roof onto the edge of the spire below, then down again onto the spire in the landing that leads to the boss room. Martyr Logarius can be a difficult boss because you need to deal a significant amount of damage through viscerals. If you're having trouble or suspect that you might, take a trip back to Central Yarnum. Now that the blood moon has risen, our friend Gilbert has mutated into a beast himself. Put him out of his misery for the Claw Mark rune, which increases the damage multiplier on visceral attacks. Equip the rune before you challenge Logarius, and you'll notice a huge difference. When you're ready, climb the ramp to enter the boss room. Put your weapon in a state you can backstab with, and make sure you have enough quicksilver bullets. The blood magic Logarius uses is classified as arcane damage, so equipping Arcane Lake can also be of help. Get in close and deal some damage. He expands his moveset when he gets low on HP, and we need him to start using these more advanced moves. Eventually, he will slam his scythe onto the roof and begin to charge a huge AoE, which also buffs himself. quickly get in behind him and charge an R2. A backstab is the only thing that prevents this attack from going off, but this also benefits you because it's free damage once you understand the mechanic. Once his health is low enough, he can also stab his sword onto the roof, which summons a cloud of weapons above that homes in on your character. Lock onto the sword and shoot it as soon as you can to stop this annoying attack. Lastly, Logarius has melee attacks with both his scythe and his sword, relying more on the fast attacks with the sword as his health gets lower. Both the scythe and sword can be parried but have different timings. This is another great damage opportunity, especially if you're using Clawmark. Finish off Logarius for a lamp and the Crown of Illusions. Put on the crown and step towards the far wall to reveal the secret Logarius has been guarding for so long. Once you've revealed the Vileblood Queen's chamber, you can take off the crown, climb the stairs and speak to her for an opportunity to join the Vileblood Covenant. Doing so awards you the Corruption Covenant rune and the Cainhurst badge.
Now, thou art too a Vileblood. We two, the very last on this earth.
On the table to the right of the Queen, pick up the unopened Cainhurst summons, which is a quest item for Alfred. Remember the altar before Forbidden Woods in the Cathedral Ward? This is the location where Alfred tells the player about how much he hates the Vilebloods. Return to this location and give Alfred the unopened summons in exchange for the Wheel Hunter badge.
Aha! Is that the sigil of Cainhurst? I've heard tell of Cainhurst nobles and their amusingly pompous invitations. Wonderful. I thank you profusely. I will depart immediately, but first, a token of my gratitude.
We know how much Alfred wanted to kill the Queen, so teleport to the Queen's chamber to see what atrocities he's actually committed.
Look, I've done it. I've done it. I've smashed and pounded and grounded this rotten siren into fleshy pink pulp. There, you filthy monstrosity. What good's your immortality now? Try stirring up trouble in this sorry state. All mangled and twisted, with every inside on the outside for all the world to see.
Lastly, return to the location where we first met Alfred, on the way to Old Yarnum. Obsessed with Logarius, Alfred kills himself to be thought of as a martyr. Search his body for Radiance, the rune for the Executioner Covenant. We've accomplished a lot in this segment. You should now have access to the Gold Ardeo, the Cainhurst set, the Chikage, and Logarius' wheel in the Hunter's Dream shop, as well as all 3 Covenant runes. Use these tools to maximize your build, because in the next episode, we'll have to traverse the Nightmare and kill a great one.